Uh, what's up? I'm doing all right. I just should have been here a while ago. Hey, Killian, how we doing? How we doing? Happy to be here. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You guys seen that freaking HII, Rolls Royce? This stock's at almost $400, bro. We're talking, we're approaching a double, and it's been less than a year. Yeah, I know you guys were pumped about the other ones. I know Trump was talking about defense, so I just looked at these real quick. Alright, let's check DraftKings. 4% day, absolutely beautiful. Look, right below the moving average, spiked it right back up. I think they want to keep this bullish again. We had a feeling this was a little bit of an overreaction. And now we have the buys coming in for the next 12 months. This is why I say, again, conservatively, I mean, it was in the low 40s before we got the news. So it's technically a conservative rebound. LPX, yep. I'm telling you, the word is out. People are seeing what he's doing, what sectors are moving. So now they're piling into, just as we said 12 months ago, right? Now they're piling into the minerals, the materials. Oh, I need some LAC. I need LPX. Now they're buying silver, right? Because they're late to the party. Right? But we knew this already. Let's check simple. Again, they brought it down. It seemed like an overreaction. Nice move today. Hits $22. Okay. Very nice beat. Very nice beat. Even last time, again, it was slight miss on the EPS, and they beat the crap out of it. That's why when it was here, right? Remember when it... Oh, what happened? Remember when it approached this support level, and again, because I was originally looking for the gap fill, right? And then when it hit this level, that's when I posted about it. And I was like, oh, simple as that, key level, you might want to... And then they chunked it down. And now this one's going to be good. I still like it. Share buyback, beautiful. Beautiful. HGraph party. Yeah, no, it's gonna make its way back to the line. Back to the line, back above the line. You watch. Let him watch. Hey, look at the hydrograph. Oh man, this son of a bitch, man, could have been all mine at 10 cents. And people, again, people want to question my motives. Oh, yeah, what are you all about? Yeah. Real time, up 12.5%, almost back to 3.5 Canadian. Again, that means we're on our way. We should be on our way. This is why I was talking about this line, a couple of weeks ago, whatever it was. You could see, we retraced back to this line. We're talking $6 Canadian, which of course is going to be a new high. It doesn't matter. Canadian, American, doesn't matter. SFM, yeah, it seemed like a big drop. Oh, yeah, good day. Good day. Right? Isn't it amazing how they continue to beat it up? It doesn't make sense in the moment, hitting new lows. We're like, what the hell's going on? And then boom, oh yeah, 4% rebound, oh yeah, everything's fine, don't worry about it. I'm telling you, man, that's how they do it. That's how they do it. Because they want to make you emotional. Again, I know it's difficult with the options, right? If we say, oh, calls tomorrow, and the frickin' thing goes down, yeah, obviously, we screwed that up. But if we're talking in general, if you're able to buy more time on the calls, if you're able to actually accumulate shares, then I still say, in my opinion, not to be cocky, I mean, this shit is very easy. Shit is very easy. First you shake it, and then you bake it. Yeah, we're doing good, doing good. Making some good calls here. Got a freaking oil truck outside. Under Armour back to 6. Oh, baby. And it's funny too. It was like somewhere in here, and I was like, Under Armour could be in play, right? But it was doing nothing for so long. I mean, it was just difficult to time. Son of a bitch. And I liked it originally, I remember, because I felt it was undervalued. Yeah, it was like right there. I was looking for that gap fill back to like 13, and you can see it just went sideways and it just didn't do anything. Might finally build a position. BlackBerry. Oh yeah, it's all about the IRA money. Whoo, look at that BlackBerry. Whoo, BlackBerry. BlackBerry. Stock right now, 380. Initially brought to you on the channel at about 360. Since then, we have gotten back-to-back earnings beats and a new OS coming out. And what, someone posted, I don't even know, what, something about like some vehicle or something using the BlackBerry OS. I'm telling you, in my opinion right now, if I bought it and it dropped 10%, 3.5%, I wouldn't even give a shit. In my opinion, I like it. Again, I'm, kind of already got it right. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. This is why you got to look at the backup companies, man. Telling you. How about B&G? How's that one doing? Oh, Pickles. Pickles with the bounce back. Yeah, because I was looking for like 3.5 exactly, right down to that support trend line. And the thing hit like 358 and never went lower. So that's what I'm saying. After all this, that's why now, 380, it drops to whatever, 365. Like, is it really, do you really give a shit? Hey, doubling up. That's what I'm talking about. And I mean, you know, they're playing with it. I know the revenue has been kind of declining, but I mean, they technically had a good report. We had that big surge up to about $5. They just been playing with it, man. I'm telling you, the breakout's going to be much higher. They're trying to delay it. Again, if it happened immediately, I was looking for like $6. Now if it hits the line, 5 1/3, right? See what happens? It's under the radar, though. Again, that's what I mean. People forget about it. No one pays attention. Couple of hundred mil. Getting a big dividend because the stock got destroyed. The float is not that big, really, at the end of the day. Wow, White Tiger back in action, gracing us with his presence. Bet you do like the new profile pic. You made it. Yeah, I changed it on X. I didn't really change it on YouTube or anything. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Looking for our backup players this year. Backup players. Good old Sentinel One. Ye old Shiba Security. Yeah, I was kind of saying yesterday, again, with the way tech is just kind of taking over and we're all about these data centers and AI, I feel that really these like cybersecurity tech companies, really the whole sector, I don't think it matters whether they're small, medium, large. I think they all have value. I think they all bring something to the table. Everyone's going to need them for the most part. Might see, you know, a handful of acquisitions. I still can't believe freaking Rolls Royce. HII, man, I can't believe it's almost $400 a share, bro. It's been less than a year. I did a video at 215. Hey, Tom Terrific, how we doing? I know people talking about PayPal. I still can't believe the stock is down here. That's insane. Insane. Hey, we got the Nikes on. Cybersecurity names, yeah. Sentinel One. I'm doing alright, Tom. I don't know. I'm fighting like some body flu or something. I've been feeling like my energy level has been on like 3 all week. But we're still here. We're still here. Pushing through it. Oh, man. I am just very happy that a lot of these plays are holding up well, working out. It actually looks like it's about to break down to the bottom on PayPal, which is absolutely insane. The stock was undervalued at 70, 80. It's at 58 and potentially setting up for new lows. Absolutely insane. I can't believe it. This, I cannot believe. Oh, I can't breathe. See, like what that guy Sleek just wrote, bro? This guy has no idea what he's talking about. No idea what he's talking about. Have you seen Dean? Oh, is that Krispy Kreme, right? It's at 0.48 price to sales. Well, that's a randomly specific fundamental metric that you just threw at us. S is great. I loaded. Oh, okay, awesome. Oh, yeah, it looks good, right? I'm telling you, I like it. I don't know. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope everything's all right. I really do. Sorry to hear that. We missed you too, man. But hey, like we say, everything happens for a reason, right? Maybe we needed a little time, right? We just needed to shift back to neutral, reset. That's okay, don't worry. You take care of your family. You never have to apologize to me or us for that. They say S and Q3 should gap profit. Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure when exactly the net income positive flip would happen, but it seems like they're right on the edge. They're very, very close to breaking to the positive side, and that's why I think that's where the surge back in value is going to come. But in general, again, I still say, you could dissect it and make an argument, oh, it's a good buy, it's a bad buy, but I still say follow the money, follow the revenue, and they have been beating revenue pretty consistently. Why is as good compared to other cybersecurity names? Well, I'd say it's the cheap. I don't know if it's the cheapest. I don't know every company out there, but it's just one we found that performed well for us in the past. And again, I know the number of shares slightly keeps increasing, so that's the reason they're dropping it. But again, I mean, we got revenue consistently above estimates. Hey, Murray, I don't know. I'm doing all right. I don't know. Like they say, every day above ground's a good day, so I'm positive it's a good day. I'm here just to hang out with everybody and make sure everyone's doing all right. But yeah, Sentinel-1, this was one, again, we just found, waited for a dip. Again, we had the stock run up to almost 30 for us. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if there's another cybersecurity company you like, go for it. Like I said, in my opinion, I think the whole sector has value. Because now it's like every single business, everyone is now tied into technology. Everyone's building a freaking data center, AI center. So that's why I just think in general, really any company that offers cybersecurity is probably going to do fine. Was that Palo Alto? S looks crazy cheap in comparison. Yeah, well, I mean, Palo Alto again. I mean, they've been around for a little longer. They're generating more revenue. Palo Alto, again, you have to recall we had the tie to Nancy Pelosi, right? So everyone and their brother started piling into that one. Yeah, robots, drone. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like everyone is going to need some sort of cybersecurity, tech security. So that's why I feel even something like Sentinel-1, again, even down here, cheap values, stock was what, 28, 29? That's why, believe it or not, someone like, I mean, anybody, right? Meta could just come in, oh, hey, we'll buy $28 a share. Right? Just step in, hey, listen, here's $9 billion, 28, here we go, come on. That's how it happens. That's how it happens. And like I say, again, I follow the numbers, and the revenue is there. The revenue is growing. And even though they're operating at a slight loss, we can see we're not talking about a lot of money, right? $259 million, it cost them 60. That's why I was saying, if they just continue to do what they do, we get to high 2, low 300 million a quarter in revenue. That's it. Now the stock is net income positive, and we're up, or we're off. And again. Just remember, when people look at something like S and they look at this, what we're looking at right now, they'll try to convince themselves it's not worth it, right? Yet you look at a trash can stock like Rivian that looks exactly the fucking same, and all of a sudden, oh, there's value there, and they're telling you it's going to 28, right? Yeah, okay. I'd honestly rather bet on a potentially overvalued cybersecurity company that I feel inevitably will maintain or prove more value, as opposed to some random crappy EV company just because it's tied to fucking Amazon that's selling vehicles that no one wants, that just got a price target upgrade for a new vehicle they came out with that, guess what, nobody wants. Right? Am I right or am I correct? You let me know. You tell me. You tell me. You got freaking ASTS over there. Took them 7 years to launch a handful of satellites. Told them they'd be able to do it in a year or two. Everyone's acting like they're going to change the entire cell phone landscape. Meanwhile, company hasn't made a fucking dollar yet. Company has not made a dollar yet. Every day the stock was up 10, 12, 15%. They would issue more shares and dilute the crap out of it. Raise themselves millions of dollars, not do anything with it. And people still to this day are holding, they're looking for more, they think it's worth more, right? But you're telling me this cybersecurity company might not have value. You people are crazy. MIGI? Yeah, I'll take a look at it, man. You know, I was mid-rant, bro. You know? Bad timing. Bad timing right there, man. Mid-rant. UAI was the last one. It's all about you, isn't it? Good old DraftKings. You know this move in oil is bullshit. This company does the same things. Basically, warehouse provider. They could get a deal with some AI company. Uh-huh. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm over here. I'm giving you a piece of my mind, you know? And you're like, hey, XYZ, I made 10% on it. Like, come on. You're killing me, Smalls. I tell you, I just get no respect. I don't get no respect at all. What the fuck is this? Crude rallies on stronger energy demand. Yeah, did everyone forget we just got millions of barrels of free oil? Oh, energy demand. Yeah, we know. That's why we took over the energy source, cut off China's collateral, and now control the entire fucking... You know, I can't, bro. I really can't with this freaking bullshit. And people try to tell me shit is real. Oh, you gotta change your mentality. I don't gotta change fucking shit. I know business. I know economics. I know investments, okay? You put that all together, And what does that equal? That equals oil should be down 3%. You understand? Not up 3%. We know the energy's surging. We know the AI data centers are going to require more. That's why we went in and took over a whole fucking country. But, you know, what do I know, right? What do I know? What a crock of shit. Yes, we know that, Tom, but it's the supply, right? Supply and demand. Shit is simple. Shit is simple to understand. Oh man, I feel like shit. What time is it? Power hour. All right, come on. Show me something. Rolls-Royce checking in. There he is. Put a little cheese on that for me. Rolls-Royce new highs yet again. Originally brought to you on the channel at $1.20 a share. Stock today hit $17.20 a share. So oil stocks drop. I do believe so. What percent of your portfolio would you put in S? Technically, per Series 7, you should not invest more than 10% of your account value into one position. Country requires a lot of upgrades to get back to producing oil. They'll be alright. 2% in S. The young 2%er. Yep. Silver's still technically above that trend line, right? This is what we said, right? Even if they pull it back and they try to bounce it to the trend line, meet up with the moving average, it's gonna probably make that high a high. You want 5%. Well, you know what they say. Wish in one hand, shit in the other. Yeah, apparently I don't know. I'm hearing like 18 different views and opinions on Venezuela and the value of this oil. So, you know, I don't know. Again, you know, I'm looking at it the way I'm looking at it. If you guys interpret it differently, you want to do something else, go for it. Almost took a jaw. Very bearish for Canadian oil. Well, I don't know. Like I said, they keep trying to play with it, man. They keep trying. You know, I thought when we first got the news, oil would have been down like at least 2-3%. And instead it was up like 1.7%, right? On what, Monday? And I was sitting here like, what the heck's going on? We should be down. And then what happened? Tuesday, we were down. Yesterday, oil was down. Today, oil randomly, oh, there's demand, so we're up. We know there's demand, right? I don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Trump said he's buying it from them at market value after we set up the drilling. Hey, it's our buddy from Denmark. We're looking for that Greenland. Looking for that 51st state. Yeah, market. That's what I mean. Market. The market makes sense like randomly. So, I don't know. If you invested in rare, do you want MP Materials? The government took a stake. Or UU, which also has uranium. It's a good question. I recently put out an hour-long video recapping the previous Trump video that I put out last January and talking about stocks that I still like. Like I said, I love you guys, but a lot of your questions are already answered. I mean, again, you know, like I love you guys. I know you had some issues with your family, but, you know, with all due respect, like you show up, ask some questions, like, not to be a schmuck, man. You don't pay me enough. I don't work for you. So this ain't about you. You can go back. Like I said, we had streams the other day. I did an hour-long freaking recap video. Why did Rivian pop after recalling? Yeah, it's all fake, bro. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. I'm telling you, bro, listen. It's just like Vegas, right? That's what I need you guys to understand. Right? You know how people are talking about the fix is in now on football? So they're sitting there in Vegas. They see all the money on one team, and then you randomly see the other team. You know, the kicker comes out and botches a field goal that, like, a 12-year-old... you know, pee-wee football kid could have made, and you're like, what the hell just happened? Yeah. It's all bullshit, right? It's all bullshit, and it's bad for you. And it's the same exact thing with this shit. Because I guarantee everyone and their brother was against the price of oil when we got the news of Venezuela. Why do I know that? Because it's fucking simple logic and common sense. So what do? They bring it up before they bring it down to burn the traders. If the tariffs get cut on the 16th, do you think that will boost the U.S. credit ratings? No. They are not connected. I watched that. I don't recall rare earth or uranium. Shame on you. Shame on you. I recapped UEC, UUUU, LEU. Said I still like LAC. Like the silver price movement. Yep. Hey, Big Lou. Hey, you gotta give me some respect, huh? $100 more MMA today. Ah. Wow. Shout out to Niels holding 3, again, stock terminology, 3 round lots of MMA. SMCI, wow, you, sir, are a fucking animal. Credit rating dropped because of tariffs. Was that coincidence in timing? No. No, it wasn't because it shouldn't have been because of the tariffs. It may have just kind of coincided like on the same day, so maybe, you know, your mind kind of connected them. Tariffs technically do not affect our credit rating, or they shouldn't anyway. I don't think. Yeah, I think Just getting a couple of wires crossed. It's okay, though. It happens to me all the time. 15 shares, scared of buying the downtrend. Yeah, no, of course. Of course. Random symbol. Wish I loaded up. Yeah, I said the same thing about Hydrograph. If I was actually charging people every month like the rest of these fucking hobbyist YouTube pikers, I would have built up 20, 50, 100 grand for myself. I would have owned Hgraph at 10 cents. Boom, I got a 7-figure position. There you go, self-made millionaire right in front of your eyes. Who's better than me? Yeah, MMA right now again. I spoke briefly about it. It's a toss-up, but again, in general, just as I mentioned previously, I like the players behind it. I like the sector. At the end of the day, again, even if you buy, Apple stock right now, it could start dropping. We know that. So practically everything you invest into is, always carries some risk. So something like MMA, again, just kind of a new idea, something different. And, yeah, I mean, if you're like 70, I understand something like that may not be your cup of tea. My buddy bought some MMA too. Okay. Well, your buddy better send me that commission! No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm not, but it's okay. I have to act like I'm kidding so that people don't get upset. Oh man, oh D, that's fucking beautiful. That is beautiful, what you just sent me. Yeah, you will, bro, huh? Like I said, a fucking body flu. I'm fucking sleeping all these hours, coming in late. I still feel like I didn't even sleep. Like I say, you're talking a lot of shit for an 18-year-old piker in Denmark. I'll tell you that much right now. I'll meet you in Greenland in 6 months. We'll settle it. How about that? Catch you in Greenland. Oh my god. Well, with all due respect, I mean, again, I don't know. You haven't been here. I don't want to be a prick, bro. In my opinion, just buy LAC. How about that? How about fucking that? Like I said, people always ask a 1,000 questions. As I always used to say, right? Paralysis by overanalysis. That is what half of you are guilty of. Think about how many of you questioned HII stock when I mentioned it in April. It's up almost 100%, right? Do you still have any questions, or do you wish you doubled your money? I appreciate you, Killian. Don't worry. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. I'm just raging. Yeah, you know, when I'm like weighed down and shit, it just aggravates me. I don't know. I'm just fucking upset. I'm just upset. Wanted to mention CXW. Great day. CXW. Oh, almost back to 20, right? And what happened? It went down to 16. What'd they say? What's going on? Do you still like it? And I literally say every single fucking time that is when you should view it as an opportunity to accumulate shares and build a position. And now it's back here. And now it's back here. Is what I mean. Like, again, you know, I hate to be a prick. I can't do it for you. I can't do it for you. And you guys think, you know, you're over there making hundreds and thousands off of my calls. You're barely doing any work. And then you're like, oh, I'll send them $20, you know, show them my thanks. And it's laughable because some of you literally need me to do this for you. And if I'm doing all the research, all the analytics, all of the fucking trading, the buying, the selling, you're the one who deserves $20. And I deserve 99% of those profits. People try to give me shit. You want people to send you a few bucks when a play works out? It's like, brother, if I really held your feet to the fire with all the people in here and had everyone send me a few bucks on every winner I picked, I might be able to fucking retire inside of the next 60 to 90 days. No bullshit. Sentinel insider buying, okay. CNXC, yeah, I can take a look at that. Been down huge in stocks, I have a huge, okay, just add, it works out 90% of the time. Fundamentals speak for themselves. There you go. There we go. It's just like we used to say, right? If we like ABC at $5, we think it's undervalued, it has strong fundamentals, so we start buying some, but then it goes down to $4. Well, listen, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, we may have been a little early, but if we liked it at 5, you should love it at 4. And instead, people get emotional. Oh, I made the wrong call. What was it, a good buy? I don't even know. Do I take the loss here? I don't know what to do. Meanwhile, when you bought it at $5, you knew exactly what you were doing and exactly what was going to happen. But then it went down first, and what happens? All of a sudden now, you're emotional. But yeah, appreciate that update. Appreciate that. It is true. It is true. You know, you just add, or you just remain patient, you just give it time, and all of a sudden the stock that was undervalued is now up, and it's looking great, and you made the right call, and that's why I say, you know, stay positive. If you're down on something, you know, try to remember why you bought it, you know, what the analysis was. LAR, yeah, you've been talking about that one for a while. I'm just glad, honestly, the whole sector just kind of got reinvigorated with value. You can get 100% of my SP. No, you can keep your kronas. Don't worry about it. It's harder for me to add if it goes up, actually. Yeah, you know, that's funny. They used to say that all the time. They used to talk about the mentality of investors and the fact that people would add to something when it went lower because they felt it was more of a bargain, but they would be hesitant to pay more for a stock that's up even though it's a winner, right? So we tend to add and average down on the losers and never really add and average up on the ones working out well. And again, it happens. I mean, you know, It is what it is. But I still say, the winners are the winners. And I mean, if we're talking something like, Apple stock, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. In my opinion, I wouldn't worry too much if it went up and I didn't want to add. I mean, I still say there are so many smaller up and coming companies, so many undervalued stocks out there that people forgot about, aren't paying attention to. That's where my focus would be. Problem is, folks overposition. Oh, yeah. Or buy way out of the money short dated calls. Then if it moves against them, they get wiped out. Yep. 100%. That's why, again, social media made it harder for you guys. Because even if you're sitting there like, okay, I'm going to be disciplined, right? I got, whatever, I got $50 today. I'm going to look for, a cheap trade. And it's like, while you're in that mode trying to be disciplined, you see some random post. Oh, I took $38 and now it's worth $52,000. And you're like, this fucking prick, I gotta make a move, right? And now all of a sudden the discipline goes out the fucking window and you're chasing social media gains. Which is why I still say, shit like StockTwits and all those sites, that shit is dangerous, bro. You never see me on them, right? How come I'm not on them? COP, bounce today, hope it goes lower. Yep, I'm pulling for you on that one. I buy the stocks I believe in on good news and even more during the no news zone. Yep, well said. MBOT, yeah. Good old MBOT. Hey, look at that MBOT. Hey. Now, that was somebody's trash, I don't know, like Honda Civic that they tried to soup up, go by. S&P back to green. Rivian sub 20. Told you, man, stock sucks. Got a potential cupping. Little reversal, huh? Uh-huh. No, I never heard of the chairs, the company, the stock. No. Bro, you're 18. You're not old enough to have experience with other chairs. Are you kidding me? I have been sitting down in front of a screen analyzing stocks for almost as many years as you have been alive on this planet. Right? Think about it. I'll tell you, it must be something in the air over there. I don't know. Oh, shit. Hold on, I gotta stretch my legs. Watch that, I'll be right back. Ba-dum-ba-ba. Stocks only go up. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. H-graph. We loving the H-graph. Actually, hold on, guys. I gotta check my account. I might be rich. Let me see. Let me see. Well, not rich yet. I can't breathe. I love it. Uh, Remember, when in doubt, you could always buy ASTS puts, because that stock sucks. Rolls Royce 1731. Yep, someone's alarm going off. Next week we got a bunch of the banks reporting. S&P, do we close red? Do we close green? Place your bets. Why is oil going up? Oil highs of the day. Yep. 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 They're playing games. Kids in Denmark looking for the pump. And Niels, I got the president on the other line. How many kronas for Greenland? $155,000. So what's that, like $10 each? S&P fighting. You know what you should do, honestly? Because your whole area over there is falling apart. So, honestly, what you guys should do is, everyone in Denmark should move to Greenland, right? Then we're all connected. And don't even worry about Denmark, you know what I mean? Don't worry, let them have it. It's alright. Wow, you just call Greenland a shithole country, bro? You're mad racist. You're mad racist against the Greenlandians. S&P fighting for the green, and we're back green, and we're back red. And we're back green. I don't care. I love it. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully, hopefully they keep growing, signing some deals. And like I said, even if it goes to like 80, 90, 100 million, I mean, you're talking $5, $6, $7 a share. So there's definitely some money to be made. Again, you got Conor McGregor, his coach, behind the company. And of course, again, we got Donald Trump Jr. grabbed a bunch of those shares when they recently had another sale. So we got good names behind it. We know Trump and his sons, they all like MMA. So that's why I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. You know, they always, when they have events now at like MSG in New York and stuff, Trump shows up. But he used to show up all the time. Yeah, Fubo is just kind of hanging out. And I still say people are just waiting for the combined numbers with Hulu and whatnot to come in. But technically, this was a gap fill that I spoke about back here that we didn't necessarily touch. But we do technically have a gap fill at about 218. Can't buy MMA either. Yeah, like I said, each country, each trading platform is different. So even me, again, even me, shout out to Deli Bob, I think it was, who told me, oh no, you could buy HGraph Infidelity and there's no like minimum amount or anything. Because I had my Schwab account and Schwab was saying you can't buy penny stocks until you have like a couple of thousand equity. And I remember I was like, wow, I'm going to miss the freaking move. And then someone told me about Fidelity. And like, as I moved money over and was waiting for it to clear to buy Hydrograph, that's when it started running. So, we all deal with this nonsense. But yeah, look around Interactive Brokers, look at all these different platforms, and just do some research and find out where you could buy these stocks. Do you need to have a minimum account value to buy the stock? Is there a minimum investment into the stock that's required? Yeah, well, like I said, I'm in the States, so I got like Fidelity, I got Schwab. You guys overseas, though, in Europe, again, I know it's a little bit of there's a couple of loops you got to jump through. I remember someone mentioned they just called their bank directly. And they were like, oh, I'm trying to buy this stock. You're saying I can't do it. And the bank was like, oh, we could buy it for you, blah, blah, blah. So there was someone in the Discord, I think they were out of the UK, who actually contacted the bank directly and had them buy the shares. So that's what I mean. Call your local bank. Check out these other platforms. I'm 99% sure there's a way for you to buy it. And remember as well, it's also listed on the Canadian Stock Exchange. So even if they don't want you to buy, like American penny stocks, try to see if they could buy you shares of the main company listed on the Canadian. Hey, Stockcoin, what's up, brother? How you doing? Yeah, what do you mean? Of course you could do that. Absolutely. Well, you know what? Go into the call blind. Don't like when you get someone on the phone. Don't tell them what you were trying to do. Oh, I was trying to buy shares of this HGraph. Don't even mention it. Don't even just bring up the company. Like, oh, I heard about this stock. I want to buy it. Buy it for me, and then have them tell you. Yeah, should just call them up and just act like there wouldn't be a problem. You know? Oh yeah, I found this stock. It's been doing well. I think it's gonna do good. I want you to buy it for me. And then they'll tell you, oh, we don't do that. Or maybe you'll actually get a decent human being who will say, oh, you probably need to open a blah blah account to do that. Even though I doubt they would give you that answer. But you never know. That kid Sleek is hilarious. Yeah, it's a good mention, White. I was looking, I wanted to look again at, after I did the Trump video especially, and looking at stocks like, SFM, I wanted to recheck the agricultural stocks and, yeah, the fertilizer stocks, absolutely. Absolutely. Gold and silver just inching their way back up. 358. It's the final countdown. Uh, Monsanto? I don't think so. I don't know about that one. And didn't they merge with somebody though or something? No, I thought that was someone else. I thought Monsanto was just seeds. Yes, thank you, RD. Appreciate that. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure someone bought or merged with them, if memory serves correct. Also, a good fertilizer stock back in the day used to be potash, and I think same thing happened with them. Yeah, I was. It's a good mention. Fertilizer definitely should be a good buy right now, seasonally and fundamentally. We could check. We could check some stocks. Hey, Walma, how you doing? Hope everything's doing great. Okay, notice how you didn't answer my question and just selfishly spoke about what you bought. Yeah, I'm doing all right. One day at a time. Trash freaking week. I've been sleeping most of the week, honestly. Just feeling drained. Sleep schedule's upside down. Somehow still made a couple of good calls. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to dive into the sector a little bit. S&P closed barely green. I wanted to hold that 69.20 level, huh? What was your question? I don't remember. I was talking about if Monsanto merged with somebody who bought them or whatever. Yeah, they made the end of the day nice and choppy for you. Monsanto does pesticides too. Right, yeah, right. Seeds, right. Seeds and pesticides, but again, I was 99% sure they weren't doing fertilizer, though. That's what I mean. That were companies like Potash. Again, like I said, I'm going back years. It's been a while since I looked at those stocks. So, but the last time I went to look up Monsanto, right, MON, it wasn't listed, and I could have swore they were again absorbed by Bayer. There you go. There you go. Which now, honestly, I mean, if we think about it, I mean, we got Bayer with all their pills and over-the-counter shit. I mean, we had RFK come out already talking about Tylenol. So now you got, now you got a drug company like Bayer now mixed with a GMO pesticide company, Monsanto. And again, that's why I feel like we're moving in the opposite direction of that type of company. So thank you very much, Tom Terrific. I knew it was a name like that. It completely exited my mind. But yeah, they were absorbed by Bayer. In my opinion, that would not be the buy. In my opinion, that would not be the buy. Again, if you want to buy, again, something like an SFM, local agriculture company, or like White said, local fertilizer stock, like that may be all right. That may be all right. But Bayer with the pills and now the GMO seed, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's the play. I like MOS. I think buying quality is good. Always mistake finding. Okay. All right, fine. I'll look at your stock, all right? Is this fertilizer, though? I thought this was like... I thought this was something else. Huh? Mosaic to divest New Mexico potash operations and $30 million. Look at that. All right, what do we got here? 8 billion. Little dividend. Pretty low PE. All right, 2 wins, 2 miss. Uh, don't get the animosity towards stocks. I don't know. I don't know. I give animosity when people just come in and talk about what they own. I don't know. Whatever. Like I said, just me speaking upsets people, so I don't know what to say anymore. M-Bot will be fine. Please stop crying. Check some numbers. Bayer is not an American company. Yes, I'm aware of that. That's why also with Monsanto, I am saying no go. Very good. Very good, Tom. We appreciate the input. All right, so equity, 13 bill. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, damn. Holy shit, that was a 3-year downtrend. Damn. Make Europe great again. Yep. Wow. AI fertilizer. Crazy. Wow. They like consistently miss earnings. What the hell's going on? Huh. Mosaic to use its fertilizers to grow data centers. Whoa! Stock's going to 100. That's crazy. How much fertilizer do you think a data center uses? Huh? I'll take fertilizer efficiency for 1,000, Alex. Right, but see, but now if the potash segment is the fertilizer segment, but then they just said they're spinning off the segment, right? Does that not eliminate the catalyst as to why we would buy the stock? See, this is gonna triangle here, big triangle. Oh. Yep, here come the sirens. Alright, wait, hold on. Alright, market cap 8 billion. Let's recrunch these numbers here. Alright, we're getting a dividend. Keeps increasing. Very good. Debt. Cash flow and cash down year over year. Debt up year over year. Alright, wait. So we're at about 5 bill, 13. That would leave us with 8 billion. Yeah, something's wrong. Something's wrong. All right. All right. This is going to be a rough one. And the reason being is because is it undervalued? Yes. Totally understand, why you feel you like this one, why you jumped into it. Understandable. As we see, though, we have an issue with earnings, which is unfortunate. We have an issue with earnings, right? So even if you're looking at this stock saying, okay, it's at 26, but it should be at, 46. If they don't beat earnings, they're not going to go up. Well, remember, the dividend is in comparison to the stock price. So as the stock price goes lower per share, the dividend yield increases. But again, even though the stock is undervalued in the numbers, it won't force its way up, because as you see, we seem to be consistently, somehow, missing earnings all the time. All the time. right? So this has been going on for what, 6, 7, 8 quarters in a row. And now we're randomly hearing, oh yeah, we're, spinning off the potash division. I don't know. I mean, again, looking at the beaten up stocks, looking for the rebound, the U-turn, right? That again, it's a lot of what I used to preach. So I understand. Believe me, I can understand it. It will beat if fertilizer prices go up, right? Uh, all right. Well, I'll leave it up to you to find out that information. If they do have multiple divisions, okay? We will leave that up to you. I mean, it doesn't seem like, again, we're divesting this operation for 30 mil. I mean, we're not talking about completely, dismembering the company. So it may not really turn out to be a big issue. Remember, it won't necessarily beat if they increase prices. It will just generate them more revenue. Like, so maybe they'll be closer to missing. I don't know. I mean, again, it's interesting. It's interesting. All those misses, though, kind of scare me a little bit. Because what that means is, again, like I said, if we go in, oh, it's 26, it should be 46, it should be 56. Right? But if they miss now the next 1, 2, 3 quarters in a row, like, stock will be chilling here. And we'll still technically be holding an undervalued stock. But we're down, right? But again, they know more than we do, so potentially that potash segment was, costing them more than it was making them. So they're, spinning it off. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, I would give them the benefit of the doubt. However, again, you're kind of asking them to break kind of like this multi-year pattern of consistently coming in short. However, myself speculated that this is going to be the year of the farmer. Because the farmers got very upset. I know Trump was always like, I love my farmers. And then all of a sudden they're sitting there like, yo, we're kind of getting freaking screwed over here. So that's why I think now Trump's going to try to take care of them. So something like Mosaic could potentially get back to the top of this range just because of attention for the sector, you understand? But then if they get pumped and earnings come up, you're going to have to get out. Or buy puts, potentially. Because there's a very good chance that they'll miss and drop. However, this is stocks by the numbers. I do always say, especially if we're talking about buying shares, I do always say fundamentals trump technicals. And technically, in the numbers, This doesn't look too bad. I don't like that you own it and then mentioned it to us, but it's not too bad. Just bought though. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Like I said, I just hate again when people do things. Like again, I'm not trying to jump down your throat, but people come in here all the time. Oh, ABC's going to the moon. I got 10,000 shares. I'm up 100%. And it's like, don't just come in here and pump what you own, pump your winners. That's why I said what I said, but it's all right. It looks good. We appreciate the input. You know what it is, Murray? I'm on the fence only because the earnings have been light, right? And that's what I mean. In general, this company, valued at 26 a share, is it undervalued? In my opinion, the answer is yes. My opinion, the answer is yes, right? But now moving forward, next earnings, if they miss earnings again, they're not going to pump it just because it's undervalued, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's why, this, I do feel very confident that you will make money. The question is, how long will it take? Will you get one or two decent quarters now and be up nice in 5-6 months? Or will they kind of continue to miss the mark and, it might take a year and a half now? So, I kind of leave it up to you guys, but technically, this stock is undervalued. BB, here we go, BB. Yeah, what was BB again today? Like 4? Yeah, I'm still in the 3s. Oh, man, look at that. Oh, baby's getting nice and toy. Getting toy like a toy guy. Setting up. We could keep it flat. And then potentially could see the breakout. I don't know. I still think it gets back up to this level. It shouldn't even wait for earnings. But we'll see what happens. Do you expect people to offer stock advice on something they don't own? Well, I kind of do it every day, but, I try to be helpful where I can. Hey, nice bounce back today. Yeah, this one will be alright. Murray, I'm lost. I don't know what you're trying to say. Listen, you're throwing a lot of big words at me, alright? And I don't know what they mean. So I'm gonna take it as disrespect. Alright? Watch your mouth. I'm gonna need that extended warranty for the price on the house. Hey, I'm keeping it fun. I'm always having a good time. You know that. I don't know. if he was trying to be a prick or what he was trying to say, but if you were trying to be a prick, then fuck you. If you weren't, then please explain yourself. It's a risky stock, so don't ban me. You know, bro, don't worry about it, bro. Yeah, sure. Fantastic. It's not, again, see, people get confused. I don't care that people come in here and share other successes. I don't give a shit. I don't want this to turn into stock twits. Because it's shit like that, random mentions of what is already raging, random mentions of what I own that you should own. It's all of that shit that's causing everyone to lose money. And that's why you see me. Even when people try to do that in the Discord, I tell them, yeah, shut the fuck up, bro. No one wants to hear that shit. And like I said, just remember, I am one of the few people in this platform that was actually licensed and actually managed millions of dollars. So yeah, if I want to do it differently than the 100 hobbyists to my left and my right, yeah, that's how I'm doing it. And, you know, take it or leave it. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, I already had someone fucking flip out because I called them a piker, right? So, I don't know. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Everybody wants a friend, but they want their friend to know everything and pick winners consistently, but then they don't want to pay their friend, but then they want to judge their friend. I don't have time for your bullshit, alright? You want a friend, get a dog. Love you too, buddy. Yeah, but I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with mentioning a new stock or mentioning something you own, that's been holding up well. But like I said, I just don't want people to just start spamming all these symbols and, like just pushing shit just because they own it. Kind of misleading other people on the hype behind it just because they like it, they own it. Their friends pushing it in a different Discord, right? So they're coming in mine to push it. Like, it's shit like that, man, that's what I mean. That's what's polluting the internet right now. And, some people, they get in early, they catch a big surge, something like Rigetti, right? I'm sure made a lot of people a lot of money. And then also, I'm sure there was someone else who showed up late, bought near the top, and is now second guessing everything, doesn't trust anybody, doesn't trust the market, doesn't want to wake up tomorrow, right? Now all of a sudden you caused a massive issue because you're out here lying, pushing bullshit. That's why, again, I try to keep it real. I don't give a fuck. People get upset. People call me a prick. I'm disrespectful. You call me a piker. Fuck you. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I am doing this my way. Because their way is no way. Keep telling you, these average people, got blessed with a massive surge on something like Nvidia shares or Bitcoin itself. And now they're sitting there with a sizable account acting like they did all the work. They absorbed all the knowledge, right? They went through the ups, the downs. They tried to navigate their account through a market crash or correction, right? They technically never did any of that. What's a good comparison? I'll give you a perfect comparison. How about the fact that they took that OnlyFans prostitute and they have her go into like universities giving lectures in like psych classes and shit. This woman is a prostitute. She don't know anything about economics, philosophy, physiology, fucking ugats she knows. Ugats. She made millions of dollars because she was a prostitute. Okay? And they act like they're some fucking business, financial entrepreneur, fucking guru genius. And it's laughable. Do it without being a prostitute. And you'll get everyone's respect. Right? Just like the random person you hear about out in fucking Nebraska or something, right? So instead of being a prostitute, she decided to start, some fucking express shipping cupcake business or some shit. And before you know it, the thing's taking off. She's got employees. She's growing the freaking business. Everybody loves her. She's helping the community. I'll respect that. I don't even give a shit if she comes home with $18 every day. And that woman, making barely any money, working her ass off, would have a plethora of more knowledge, experience to actually offer these students in college and university, as opposed to some random prostitute who got handed millions of dollars because it is a money laundering app. I'm sorry, I'm going off the rails here. I just, get upset when prostitutes make millions of dollars that so many other people out in the world deserve that money. People who actually work and contribute to society, whether it's a product or a service, doesn't matter. Fucking prostitutes. Let them ban me. I don't give a shit. You really think that chunky little whore deserves $100 million? Are you out of your mind? I'm happy you're still here, Tom Terrific. $120%. Yeah, you mentioned that, D-Volt. If you don't know why you make money, take it and walk away. Yep. There we go. Like I said, like I was still saying with like those kids with the AST shares, ASTS. Like, you really think if I jumped in that at $2, $3, $4 and the fucking thing ran to $80, $90, you don't think I'd take that profit? Are you kidding me? And then they'll still tell you, oh no, it's worth more, it's worth more. What? But yeah, OnlyFans, straight money laundering, and obviously the girls, or the people, I should say, in general, because I'm sure there are a bunch of people who make money, but either which way, the people on the platform, right? You're in denial. You don't want to address something like that because it blows the lid off the whole thing. Yes, I'm sorry, White Tiger. I was doing what was called a rant about prostitutes and about how fucked up our education system is. Now, you mentioned MIG. Right here, Moss. Thank you, Killian. Ah, yes, you are bringing us a company fresh off a 1 for 20 reverse stock split. Ah. People don't even respect my rant, man. I tell you, I don't get no respect. I don't get no respect at all. White Tiger, can I ask what's going on here? Similar to NUAI, never heard of it. Just a warehouse with powers, that big company. Actually, love your answer. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So this company has gone through multiple reverse stock splits, as you see. Why? Who mentioned this? Why? Ran from 30 cents to $6 when they got interest. So you're specifically mentioning this stock because it's a piece of shit that could go from 4 to 100. Is that the gist? Oh, Tom Terrific roasting him. That's a roast right there. 220. 220, he said. Holy shit. That's not a burn. That's fucking scorched earth right there. You just got. Holy shit. 220, he said. It was a Bitcoin miner, now switching to AI data center. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know about this one. I mean, again, I know multiple splits to kind of maintain compliance throughout the years. Oh, it's been a rough couple of years, man. Let's see, for 25 up to like 30 mil. When 20 times from just interest, the stock seems way better. I don't know. See, shit like this, I question. I question you, why you said it, who you spoke to about it, why you like it, where it came from. I have about 20 questions right now. Is this one of BM's? Because you're not telling me something. You're not telling us something. And this is why I question everyone's motives. Because unfortunately, not to be a prick, I don't really see a lot of you being as honest and open as I am. I just know that companies are struggling to find a place where their data center, like the ones that just kicked them out, can't do it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying what you're selling me right now, brother. No way. You're not telling me something. You're not talking to BM? Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. Someone similar to him must have put this in your mind then. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea where this came from. And this is why when people mention a symbol, my walls are up, my guard is up, right? Because people think I'm just trying to bash their symbol so I can take all the glory. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Like y'all don't understand. I even mentioned multiple stocks for you guys to stay away from. I always disclose what stocks I personally own, which unfortunately is like none of them. So again, my motives should not be questioned. Yeah, I don't know about this one, brother. He got scammy and was starting to charge everyone $40 a month. Yeah, no, that's what happens, man. That's what I mean. These people, they make a couple of good calls, and people are like, oh, hey, good job, great call, thanks for that. And then they're like, all right, 100 a month, 200 a month. And listen, like, I kind of understand it. But again, I know, like, some people also, I think, posted, like a video back in the day about, there's another guy on YouTube, right? I think that was doing updates on SoundHound. And he was like I think he's like a CPA or something like that, right? And it's like, was he technically a licensed advisor? No. But also at the same time, at least the guy's in the fucking sector, right? At least he has a fucking general idea and some experience of how this shit works. And that's what I mean. Like a guy like that, posted videos a year or two, I'm going to start a little community, give me $50 a month. Is much, much, much more understandable than these random schmuckheads on Twitter and shit. Biden said it was going to a Bitcoin treasury. You know what's funny? I'm starting to see that more and more often now. Do you guys notice that? Everyone's starting like, oh yeah, let's build up a pool, and then I'll do like give backs and shit. I don't know where all that started. Had 1,800 signups. Took 40 grand. Bro, see what I'm saying, bro? I gotta start scamming you people, bro. I gotta start scamming you people. One good month, bang. Take a nice 100K from you guys, and then just disappear, right? I'll sell the YouTube channel to like some 20-year-old freaking in a different town or something. He'll start posting videos about, his bicycle or some shit. Everyone won't know what's going on, and I'll have 100 grand. See, I'm telling you, I'm doing this wrong. I am doing this wrong. No, but that's interesting that you mentioned that's what he did, because I swear I've been seeing that lately. I've been seeing that same exact thing everywhere. And when the hell did that start? You know what's really sad too? These people will insist on trying to do all these BS scams. Meanwhile, if they just got a fucking job, they'd have money. It's like just go do anything and you'll be fine. Always do due diligence. 15% on Wendy's. Yeah, Wendy's was doing that, right? But yeah, no, I'm sorry to hear that about your buddy, man. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Everyone's trying to do this like loophole through crypto. I don't know, man. I don't know. Having 12 people all doing call, any member joining, he was letting them make call. Yeah, no, see, no. That's what I mean. If you guys come to me, if you're like, oh, I've been analyzing charts, for like 10 years, I'm pretty good. I'd like to post some stuff. It's like, all right, we can give you like a tiny role. I'll allow you to post, some pictures of some charts and stuff. That's fine. To bring someone in to make calls, I mean, again, you're really going to have to, like, listen to what they say, watch everything they mention. Like, you're going to need a separate person just to see if they know what they're doing. You can't just bring people in and just make it a free-for-all. Just hold the empire. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I know, and I know sometimes the community grows and it's like too much for one person to handle. And I would want, like, if we got that big, I would need maybe a few people just to, like, answer you people if you contacted me so that you wouldn't feel you were completely ignored, you know? But to just say, like, oh yeah, I'm hiring 5 people, and, you know, if anyone asks me a question and I don't have time, you could just answer it. Like, because now you're putting them in control, right? The reason why people would come in here and want to ask me a question has been completely delegated to a new person. And that's just like piss poor community management. He's starting to get heat. Yeah, no, well, listen, I mean, I listen, you gave him the benefit of the doubt, until something happened. And that's fine. Again, other people, may have things to offer. They may have good eyes, do good analysis, make some good calls. But yeah, I've been seeing this more and more with this Bitcoin. Oh yeah, let's pool Bitcoin and I'll give back to winners and shit. I'm telling you, it is dangerous out there, man. It is dangerous. We are all stocks by the numbers. You know what? That's it. All of you are allowed to make calls in the Discord. Can you imagine? Can you imagine like 30 people tomorrow? Oh, he calls on this, puts on this, I'm buying shares of this. Can you imagine? Not exaggerating, 12 people. The sports betting, yeah. Yeah, no, 12 is too many. That's what I mean. If one of you was like, oh, I've been analyzing charts for a while. I'm making some great calls. Could I like help and be like a tech analyst, answer some questions? It's like, yeah, all right, fine. But to just all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, 20 of you could now post charts and, make all the recommendations you want. It's like now we've lost control. Now we've completely lost control. Now the one thing that brought everyone in, right? Where they came in and they said, oh yeah, this is a pretty good place. I like this place. Now, you just ruined that. Wow, MBOT all in. Okay. I've heard worse calls. Yeah, no, Wendy's I know was getting some slack, catching some slack. They were doing well. Whoa. I think I also heard, were they closing locations? I have to double check. Hire Sleek. Yeah, that's my, if I'm going to hire anyone, it's definitely going to be Sleek. And they weren't people he knew. Oh, hell no. That's the last thing I would do. Fucking leave for a month, let some randoms run this shit? No way. No way. That's crazy. Yeah, but again, you know what it is? It's unfortunate. People always look for that shortcut, you know what I mean? And again, he probably saw on social media all the people who are, oh, dude, this works. I made, 20 grand just by taking people's money. And so he tried it. He went for it. Oh, love from Bangladesh. Appreciate you, brother. Much love, much love. Happy to have you. We're doing well. We wrapped up the day. Good old Thursday. Tomorrow we got Friday. Good end of the week. Thank you. Doing well. 300 locations. But they aren't making less money. Okay. Had a bad streak. 0 DT. Just got quiet. Yeah, no, that's what people do. That's what people do. And the whole side of that thing is like barely freaking regulated, right? So that's what I mean. Even if someone complains, it's like he doesn't necessarily have to really answer to anybody. It's like a whole gray area. Yeah, no. 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 Definitely not. Definitely not. Like he may occasionally do a little hand back just to stay relevant. But no, he's keeping that money for sure. For sure. I actually haven't had Wendy's in a while. I like Wendy's though. Wendy's was good. Could be some potential here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that whole send me money and then we'll get a wallet going and I'll do kickbacks every month. Like I don't know where the hell that came from. I don't know where. That's why. See, I'd rather have the prove it method, right? Like prove it. Let's pick a couple of winners. Like, actually make me some money. And then, if you need money or you ask me for money, like it's like it won't be coming out of left field and you won't be a prick about it. But see, again, as I say, they can't do this consistently because they're hobbyists or they got blessed with a frickin' crypto pump. Like, that's where they made their money, right? And you see how people, a lot of people are busy in the Discord, but you'll see certain people like that guy Whitler. That guy, came in Discord, maybe like 3 years ago, whatever it was. I think he had like 5K or like 7K or something. Now he's like 30, 40,000 or whatever. That's what I mean, right? That, like, there's the proof in the pudding right there. And that's what I want. That's what I want to prove to people. And that's why, even charging people an arm and a leg right now, in the next 30 days, I made 50 grand. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because over the years and over time of consistently proving that I'm the best, that's chump change. And I'm talking about the whole pie, right? I'm not talking about just, people will send me more than that in the future. No. The growth from the YouTube channel will generate more than that, right? Memberships. Hopefully we start growing, right? I get more ad money, I get more sponsorships or whatever, right? That's what I'm saying. The whole pie is worth more than that one quick grab. Because I'm actually real. I'm not faking it. That's why this will be my only community. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Whitler, one of the first I saw in the Discord last year. Yeah. And again, he was very busy and he would just chime in like every couple of weeks, like, hey, like, like you still like this stock, or, I'm looking to buy and hold something for like the next year. What do you like? He would just keep checking in with me. And every time he checked in, he'd be like, hey, I'm up to like, 10,000 now. Oh, hey, the account's at, 12,000 now. Oh, we're at 16K. That's it. Beautiful. Right? So from when he started, in general, overall, he's up several 100%. He's probably feeling good, right? He's less stressed. Fantastic. Yeah, karma always catches up to them. And like you said, he already has people asking questions, raising the flag, and it's unfortunate. That's unfortunate to hear. It's very it's very sad that people just don't want to do anything anymore. You notice that? People just don't want to do anything anymore. I don't know, man. It's sad, man. It's sad because I always think about, I want to make ridiculous amount of money, so I don't have to worry about it. And even when you talk to people who are successful, have big money, they still tell you, like, oh, like, I still got to keep busy, or, I still work because I love it, I got to stay active. That's why, even if I scam people right now and made $5 million, like, I wouldn't be able to just do nothing every day. That's what I mean. Like, these people who try to take these shortcuts and just try to make this quick money, like, what are you actually doing with your life and with your time? CEO, when do you stop advertising for giving himself a bonus and stepping down? Oh, shit. That's a great way to give an FU on the way out the door. Oh yeah, and that $3 million that was earmarked for commercials, I'm taking it. And I'm leaving. See you later. Bro, these big banks didn't want me, man. And like I said, I came from a smaller commission firm, but I had my licenses, and you go to a place like JP Morgan Chase, and they're like, oh yeah, we can hire you. You have to start as a personal banker, and it's like, bro, I already went through the ringer and did the hard part. So the whole entry-level 30K position, you're trying to chase people down to open up a checking account, that is below me. Like, I have a license to manage wealth and investments. That's what I should be doing. Why would you bring me down? That's hurting both of us. That's hurting both of us. In all fairness, though, I will say, at least I got a response. But yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened with Chase, and no other firm got back to me. Because they're too busy hiring their frickin' nephews and their sons that go to fucking obscure universities and get finance degrees, even though they can't tell you what a fucking EBITDA float, a formula for a market cap. They don't know anything about finance. They can't read a balance sheet. But they get handed the position, 90, 100K. This is why. People can say whatever they want, right? I already proved my expertise, my consistency, my knowledge over several years, right? So we know anyone out there who should be managing one of these funds or some assets or making a couple of 100,000, a couple of million a year, it should be someone like me, right? But instead, you got these other Nepo babies. And it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Because a part of me does wish I was more like fake and bullshitty and was just like that sly guy with other people. Because it really is not what you know. It's who you know. Right? Just think. I mean, the calls I made, if I knew someone who was managing director at Goldman Sachs, that's where I'd be. Making $200 to $300K a year with stock options, perks, benefits. 100%. You guys would have never heard of me if I knew someone at Goldman. That's the sad part about the country. And I keep saying we have the right people in the wrong places and the wrong people in the right places. And people want to know why nothing gets done and everything's fucked up. But I appreciate that. Murray, what's the average month on YouTube? Just for reviews, not donations? Oh, views? Just for views? Terrible. Terrible. Apparently it was much more consistent when I was uploading a random video every day, even though the only ones that really got views were like SoundHound and SMCI videos. Again, then people said, oh, you got to stream live. That's why you're not growing as much as the other people. So I started streaming live. And sad to say, like I say, even if you guys donate $5-10 a day through the chat streams, that's more than the average video would make me in a day. So that's why I just started streaming every day. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, everyone has an answer, but at the end of the day, I don't know. These people need to find me, man. And I know, like, I'm responsible to grow my community, and, like, if I cry about it, that we're not growing, there's no one to blame but myself. Like, I get it. But also, at the same time, you have to appreciate, I used to make 700 calls a day. You know, I used to work 12 hours straight. I used to ingest nothing but 5 cups of coffee and a sleeve of Ritz crackers. I didn't make money for years. I grinded like an animal, chasing people like you, trying to convince them to give me a shot. I'm the right guy for the job. Just a couple of grand. Give me a shot. I did that for years. And right now, if fucking Trump walked in my door right now and said, I want you to sell anything, missiles to the Middle East, right? Whatever. So some easy shit to sell. You'll make huge commissions. You'll make millions of dollars. Honestly, I swear, my answer would be no. I am never going to sell anyone anything ever again. So the whole, like, you know, going above and beyond to make sure, like, the algorithm's in my favor and reaching out to people and letting them know, hey, listen, I'm the best, you should come sub up to me. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, I am not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. Work my ass off, I'm still up for pre-market, aftermarket. Yeah, don't worry, you can sleep when life is over, don't worry about it. No, I'm not going off on anyone in you know, specifically. Yeah, it truly is who you know, man. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But yeah, you know, if I had if my uncle was at, you know, JP Morgan Chase and he was a financial advisor, yeah, great. You're right. As soon as I left the firm, I could have just called my uncle, say, hey, listen, here's my resume, you know, give it to your boss. Let me know when a position opens up. And then I would have got the phone call. Oh, hi, is this Derek? Yeah, why don't you come in for an interview? You know, I spoke to your uncle. We got a position. It's about 120 base a year. Medical, dental, right? Right? And there you go. And there you go. Now I got a 6-figure salary. I got benefits. I got a 401k set up, stock options. They handed me a book of clients, right? I didn't have to call anyone. Oh, hi, my name's Derek. Do you want to open an account with me? Nope. Nope. Doesn't get easier than that. You know, and then people will say, oh, that's why you don't have money. Oh, that's why you don't have 500,000 subs. You know what? You're probably right. But at the end of the day, fuck them all and fuck you too. Because you didn't actually go for it. You didn't swing for the fences like I did and try to hit that home run. It's all about Nepo, baby. I appreciate that, Murray. Appreciate that. Oh, man. But yep, that's what's upsetting me in the moment. And then I see, like I said, you know, like this chick, the $100 million girl, you know. I mean, you know, is she cute? Like, yeah, of course. They're all cute, right? That's what makes me laugh. They're all freaking cute. But you're telling me $100 million for, you know, like posting a video dancing in your underwear and having a private convo with some guy like a couple of times a month. And then he sends you 80 grand and like you think that's normal? You think like you deserve that money? Like, I'm telling you, man, we are too far gone. I'm telling you, we are too far gone. And I don't care if I'm the last of the Mohicans, the last one standing, right? Like you guys said, you know, good for you. Don't give up. I don't care. I'm gonna stand there. I will. That is a hill I will die on. I don't care if I'm the last normal person on the face of the earth trying to do the right thing. I don't care. Now I'm getting all upset. What time is it? Look, it's after 5. Look, we might have to start drinking early. You're gonna be drinking early today. Good times. Good times. But in regards to the market, sounds like all of you are doing pretty okay, which is good. Which is good. Which is good. Actually, this Wendy's. Huh. And now you got me interested. Holy shit. Equity fell off a cliff. They're not going to go higher than $1. They can't. I'm surprised it went up to $1. Now wait in the short term. I don't know, man. I don't know if you want Wendy's right now, man. It might go even lower. Griff. He's on fire. Well, we had this, Hydrograph and GEIC expand collaboration through Tier 1 membership. That happened a few days ago. Oh, baby. Oh, excuse me. Day drinking, crunching numbers. But I know I'm up. That's it. I don't know what's going on, but all I know is I'm up. I am up. Yeah, Hydrograph, though, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you. You watch all the smaller stocks that we've been talking about. Hydrograph, Mbot, probably BlackBerry, right? Like all those stocks, you watch. I think they're going to have very good 26s. Very good 26s. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. I got some shit I gotta do around the house. Always a pleasure. I'm going to make it my business that I get on earlier tomorrow, too. I'm going to make it my business. And we'll try to hang out. We'll try to have a nice, 5-6 hour stream day together tomorrow. Close the week out strong. But yeah, I've just been feeling like shit, so I apologize for all that. But I'm glad everyone's doing well. I'm glad we had some big names, some big moves today, keeping everyone happy. I want to thank you all for your time. Thank you for your support. I want everyone to have a good evening, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.